Bob West, and this is Studio 7 on YouTube West, and I've got my cowboy hat on today. That's right, we're going to talk about another Western, and it's a revered movie from all times, from the 1960s, and of course, today, as John Wayne. But it has more than John Wayne. It has the Alamo. And why? Because the movie is about the Alamo, the 13 Days of Glory that was paid for in blood to preserve and create Texas as a republic, which would later become a state in the United States. The setting for the Alamo is the defense of the mission known as the Alamo near San Antonio de Bejar against Santa Anna and his forces that were sweeping across Mexico enforcing Mexican rule. And why not? They should have. It was their country. But a group of Americans, a group of Mexicans, a group of interlopers decided to get into the fray and change the course of history. And in this movie, you've got one heck of a cast, and it just goes. It starts with John Wayne, and then it gets to Richard Widmark, and it gets to Laurence Harvey, and it gets to Richard Boone, and it gets to Patrick Wayne, and it just kind of has a few people that float in and out, including Frankie Avalon. And it's, for this reason, it's a strong movie. But more than that is the production of the movie itself. It has one of the best musical directors that I think is available in Hollywood at the time, and that's Dimitri Tompkin. It also has some good direction, oddly enough, by John Wayne and John Pappy Ford. Now, Ford at this time is getting a little bit old, so he's doing the secondary work, and most of it's coming from John Wayne. Now, John Wayne also produced this movie. It was one of the first backjack productions. So Michael Wayne and Patrick Wayne got involved, and this became a very big deal for John Wayne. It took him 2 years just to get the sets done and ready to go and get enough money together to do the film, and they almost weren't even able to finish the film. It's an epic. And by epic, I mean long. How long? So you're going to be in for a long time for this movie. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it for the character actors. I think it's worth it for the panoramic views, the battle sequences, the interaction between Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie and William B. Travis and the rest of the individuals who fought the heroic fight at the Alamo. Because it's a movie about standing your ground. And I think that's still important today, that you've got to stand your ground. You have to rise up against your oppressors. And your oppressors may not be political. They might be somebody you work with, or they might be somebody that's dealing drugs across the street. It doesn't matter what it is. The story of the Alamo is our story of self-preservation, our story of self-determination, and our story of America, in a way, on dictating how our lives will be led, how free we can be without destroying the lives of other individuals. This movie is a 7 out of 7 production, mostly because it's a epic film. It's missing nothing, even to the little people that wander through it every now and then, like Richard Boone. It's missing nothing in the dialogue. It's missing nothing in the action. It's missing nothing in the music. It's missing nothing. It is the quintessential Western in place where the horses aren't in play as much as you think they are. It's also released in Todd-AO, which is a wide vision film technique that's used, and I always kind of look for that because I remember who helped develop it, and that was Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. They helped develop Todd-AO for the theaters, and I always thought that was kind of cool. I enjoy this movie, and I hope you will too, and I hope you enjoy the spirit, the legend of the Alamo. For Studio 7, I'm Bob West, on YouTube West. Thank you very much.